What's up, everybody? Now that we've defeated Lenora in the Creen City Gym, we are going to go to the Pinwheel Forest, and we're actually going to be able to enter it. So, it is in the northwest corner of Nakreen City. That's where the entrance of the forest is. And you'll be stopped by Berg, granted you've defeated Lenora. And then walk inside the forest now, and all of those Team Plasma grunts will be gone. But we can still hear some bad music in the background, so we know something's still afoot. So essentially, Berg says he's going to take this north route, and you need to take this west route. So go here, and you'll fight another set of twins, which is the second set since the first set in Route 3. So they don't really have too difficult a Pokemon. They both have Sawaddles, which this is the first time we get to see Sawaddle in the game, but they're just pretty standard grass Pokemon. Nothing too difficult at this point in the game. Although actually they're also part bug, so that's kind of a weird mechanic. And also I guess it's a pretty good practice for the upcoming gym battle with Berg in Castelia City, because he specializes in bug type, and he has the ending evolution of Sawaddle. So, which is Liavani, and I'm sure I'm absolutely butchering the name, but I don't watch the anime anymore because it's so terrible in my opinion. So I don't really know how to pronounce any Pokemon names past like Johto and maybe Hoenn. So please excuse my terrible pronunciation if it ends up being. But yeah, I guess it's either Liavani, Liavani, Liavani. I don't know. Anyway, the third stage of Sawaddle. So here we're battling another Plasma Grunt, and let's see what Pokemon he has here. It looks like he has a Sandile, which is a ground and dark dual type. I end up catching a Sandile later on in this game in Route 4, I believe it is. Yeah, after north of Castelia City. And I end up using my Sandile and, Krokorok and Crocodile throughout the rest of this game. And I think it's a really awesome Pokemon because it has really good attack and really good speed. So if you EV train it in speed, which anybody who doesn't know what EV training is, you can look it up on my website. It's a really in-depth tactic in Pokemon that most people don't even know about, but if you EV train a Pokemon, you can make it substantially stronger. But anyway, if you EV train a Sandile in attack and speed, it can be pretty badass. And actually, even if you don't do that, it's still a really good Pokemon because it has enough speed where it'll most likely attack first, unless they have a really, really speedy Pokemon. And because it has such good physical attack, you can use, stuff like Crunch or Bite, and eventually ground attacks like Bulldoze or Earthquake, and really do a hell of a lot of damage. So that's why I really liked Crocodile in this run of Pokemon White. But anyway, back to the gameplay at hand. Here's a Herdier. Nothing we haven't seen before now that we've tackled Lenora in the Nakreen City Gym, considering pretty much everybody had either a Lillipup or a Herdier in there. And I think this is the first Pokemon Ranger you fight in the game. And the thing about Pokemon Rangers is that they always give you a berry after you have defeated them. And that little rock that I interacted with there, that is a Moss Rock, which allows you to evolve an Eevee. If you level up an Eevee in the grass surrounding the ice rock there, or not the ice rock, sorry, the moss rock, you can evolve your Eevee into a Leafeon. And later on in the game, I believe it's Twist Mountain, there is an ice rock where if you do the same thing, if you evolve your Eevee in the surrounding grass, although I guess it's not grass there because it's in a cave, but anyway, if you evolve your Eevee around that rock, it'll evolve into a Glaceon. So let's see, Venipede. That Venipede that just passed by. I ended up catching one in this game, thinking that I would evolve it into a what is it? It goes Whirlipede and then like Scolipede. I was thinking I was gonna, try to have that in my team, but yeah, Timber just ended up being such a good Pokemon that I kind of forgot about Venipede. And right here, you see me speeding back to Nacrene City again. That's because I just caught a Petalil, and right now I'm going back to Nacrene City to trade with this chick that is east of the Pokemon Center. I'm trading my Petalil for her Cottonee. And I don't end up using the Cottonee in this game, but I just wanted to show off that, anybody who forgot about this, you can trade to fill up your Pokedex a little bit. So, and that's kind of weird because everybody says that Cottonee is exclusive to Pokemon Black and Petalil is exclusive to Pokemon White, but it's totally not the case. Like, it's just different how you acquire them. They're not really exclusive at all, but... And you may think I'm going to walk across this bridge, but bam! There is a Pokemon Ranger waiting for me to scare the shit out of me. So, she uses a Pansage, and this is the typical Pokemon fashion. The next one uses a Panpour, and then the final Pokemon Ranger of this area uses a Pansear. So this is where I really start using my Timber, and Timber is another Pokemon that has a lot of attack, but instead of having a lot of speed like Sandile, instead Timber has a lot of HP. So there we go. Take that out. Now again, get a Chesto Berry, because Pokemon Rangers always give out berries. And now we are going to go up here, and in this one, there's another Pokemon Ranger, which I believe has a Panpour. So, with my Servine, hopefully I should be able to take it out pretty quick. I would assume I would switch out into it, unless I want to be a badass and use my Timber. And right now my Timber is not too good because it only has Rock Smash, but eventually it learns some really, really powerful fighting moves, which it gets stabbed from. So, and in this tree stump to the south, there is a hidden item. I forget what it is, but okay, a tiny mushroom. And tiny mushrooms are pretty pointless. You can just sell them. And actually, you can sell them for more money if you go to the little cart thing that is in Route 5, which is west of Nimbasa City, which we haven't gotten to yet. But instead of selling all of them to, Poke Marts, you should probably just go ahead and wait until you get to that point, because I'm pretty sure you can just sell as much as you want to that person, but... Anyway, I think there's a hidden item somewhere around here, although maybe it's just this one in the stump, but there's a Paralyze Heal. And also, I probably should have mentioned this at the very beginning, but before even coming here, you should probably have, bought a couple of, antidotes or full heals, because there's, Venipedes and stuff like that can poison you. So, now we're battling this Pansear. And Panpour should be able to take it out really easily with Water Gun. But then again, I guess it's just my Panpour's attack is fucking terrible, because even being super effective and very similar levels, it didn't take out that Pansear that only had like a third of its health left or whatever. But I think I'm gonna stop to use a repel there, and now walking around here, the Pokeball to the south right here, that is Solar Beam, but we can't get that yet because we need to go to Mistralton Cave and unlock the legendary Pokemon, which lets us get to Rumination Field. But so you can just disregard that for the time being. But the TM that we did pick up there was Grass Knot, which is a really awesome move because, for one, pretty much like the vast majority of all Pokemon can learn it, and it's a great attack because it's a grass attack that pretty much everybody can learn. So if you're into online battling, that's a really badass move to use, just as kind of a tech to many different Pokemon. So, you know, you can have whoever out. You can have a water Pokemon out. Or, yeah, for example, the first time I played through Pokemon Black, I had, I chose Oshawott, so therefore I got the Fire Elemental Monkey, which is Pansage. Or, not Pansage, I'm an idiot. Pansear, and then it evolved into Simisear. And I taught it Grass Knot, so whenever I go online with that Simisear, a lot of people think, oh, well, I'll switch out into a water Pokemon. And then they get absolutely destroyed because I use Grass Knot. So, and the thing about Grass Knot is its power is only it's based off of the opponent Pokemon's weight. So the heavier it is, the more damage it does. Like, for example, a rock Pokemon probably weighs a lot. So if you use Grass Knot on Onix, one, it's super effective, and two, it's probably a super heavy Pokemon. And the same thing goes with a lot of ground Pokemon as well. So yeah, it will do a hell of a lot of damage. So anyway, after we defeated that Team Plasma Grunt, one of the Plasma Sages, I forget his name, came up and essentially said, yeah, sure, whatever, let's, you know, get rid of the Dragon Skull, it's not what we needed anyway. And you give it to Lenora, she gives you a Moonstone, which if you have a Munna, you can trade. And there is a Miracle Seed. That's why I said in the Nacrene City video that if you... when you go to the building, what is it, west of the Pokemon Center, if you probably shouldn't choose Snivy as that option to get the Miracle Seed, because you can get the Miracle Seed right now, which is like an hour later. So, and yeah, granted, you can still get the other two water and fire power-inducing items later on in the game as well, but the Miracle Seed is just right here, so there's really no point in getting it. So, now that we've pretty much done everything in Pinwheel Forest now, other than, I think, this trainer, and then I believe there is one more trainer. This last has 3 Woobats, so my Timber is a terrible choice. That's a horrible matchup, considering Woobat is Psychic and Flying, and I believe Timber's only 2 weaknesses are Psychic and Flying, so that's a horrible matchup. And granted, Servine still has weakness to Flying, but still. And then this last school kid has a Munna, level 17. And I think it's just like a typical Munna who tries to use, you know, Hypnosis and Psybeam and stuff like that. So, hopefully this won't take too long. One of the main things I want to do with this video series is not have it be terribly boring, so that's why I'm fast-forwarding through all of these battles. And as you can see, it's using Moonlight to heal and Psybeam to attack, but because I watch a lot of videos online of people playing Pokemon games, and it's like they go through every single second of it, and it's like a lot of it's pretty boring because they're just sitting there like, yep, I'm saying what attack I'm using, and it's just kind of boring, to be honest. So anyway, that Quick Claw that we got from the hiker, that makes it so your Pokemon pretty much always attacks first, which is a great item. And now we're in Castelia City. So I will see you in the next video.